What's going on, guys? Welcome back to some more Lorwyn Eclipsed Pro Tour standard content. That's right, we are going to be still taking a look at some of the Pro Tour deck lists from Lorwyn Eclipsed, and this is one of the better constructed records here in the form of Ian Robb, who piloted this blue-red prowess deck all the way to a 7-3 constructed record. Now, if you take a look at this deck list and you remember Ian Robb's top 8 from Pro Tour Cori Steel Cutter, you might think to yourself, well, it seems like he just took his Cori Steel Cutter deck and cut Cori Steel Cutters for elusive otters, which for the most part, it's kind of what he did. Basically, this deck list is very, very similar to those cutter deck lists before. Maximum cantrips, 4 opt and 4 sleight of hand, some good interaction, 6 total copies of shock, 7 total bounce spells, including boomerang basics to pair with Stormchaser's Talent, 12 threats, 4 elusive otter, 4 talent, and 4 slick shot, 4 copies of stock up, 2 wild rides, and send it. Very, very simple stuff here. Blue-red prowess. And I think part of what makes this deck so powerful, you know, compared to, obviously, Cori Steel Cutter, it's a banned card right now, one of the most busted cards in the past year or so as far as standard is concerned. But in terms of new upgrades for this deck, Boomerang Basics was a huge deal for decks like this. Because before, like, if you kind of think about the trajectory of Izzet Prowess decks, people were playing Blue-Red Prowess before Cori Steel Cutter came out, but there was this big the biggest issue with the Prowess decks prior to the release of Cutter is they just kind of ran out of threats. And Boomerang Basics, in combined with Stormchaser's Talent, allows you to essentially never run out of prowess threats. As long as you are able to make land drops up to 5, then you can just continuously buy back the boomerang the talent, so on and so forth. Just repeat that every turn. So that is a very, very powerful tool for this deck, and it sort of allows it to help not only, like, you have those double or triple prowess creature draws a lot more consistently because of Boomerang Basics, you're also now even able to outgrind some of the Jeskai control decks, which you weren't able to do before. And then another reason I love this deck so much is the copies of Wild Ride, because as we all know, standard kind of a pretty fast format. The Badger Mole Cub decks are killing you on turn 4, Omniscience killing you on turn 4, Temur Harmonizer killing you on turn 4, so it is very important to be able to keep up in terms of speed with all of those decks, and Wild Ride certainly allows you to set up some OTKs that you probably otherwise wouldn't be able to. And that's pretty much it. Mana base, very, very clean, bunch of dual lands, no basic mountains. I also love that inclusion, or I guess omission in this case, because you do kind of want all blue sources for Boomerang Basics. And moving on to the sideboard, some Graveyard Hate, some counter spells, a bunch of Rals, some sweepers, and some other better kill spells. Clean and simple. Love the way this deck list looks. Just, you know, not a lot of bells and whistles. Just the best Izzet cards, the most efficient threats, the best cantrips, a lot of 4-ofs. Very, very clean deck list. And I hope that I can do this deck some justice today on the arena ladder. So without further ado, I will see you back here in just a little bit for the first match. I have a Verge and a bunch of blue cantrips. I think I'll pass. I think I would like to pass. Okay, well, yeah, right, yep, yep, you got it. Ooh, -1 card. I guess they mulled the 6. I'll take that. Pioneer waiting room. It's not gonna happen, guys. Look, I know we all want it to happen. At least most of us do, but it's not gonna happen. We need to just let it go. We simply just need to let it go. That's okay, you know. We had a good run. I'll admit it. We had a good run while it lasted. I'm gonna miss it, for sure. Dead. What do you think is more likely to happen first? A Pioneer Pro Tour or a CEDH Pro Tour? I'll tell you the answer to the question, and you're not gonna like the answer. You're not going to like the answer. Somebody said Half-Life 3. That's the real answer. Well, I'm saying, you know what I mean, all right? Yes, I know Pioneer Pro Tour already happened. I'm saying in the future, what is more likely to happen? Like the next Pioneer Pro Tour or the first CDH Pro Tour? You know, I was thinking that maybe I was going to get punished for not taking a land, and that I've definitely gotten punished. I was thinking that might happen. The real question is, at the CDH Pro Tour, would lying be allowed? That's what I want to know. I just want to know if lying is allowed. John Watsy just confirmed it. I'm actually on. I got John Watsy on speed dial. Him and I are tight. If 3 cards in it, I'm a little sussed out. I'm just gonna chill. Gonna go big chillin'. Big chillin'. Alright, proceed. As we proceed. Guess I could have played an otter that turn, but... yeah, fuck it. Just gonna have to fill with John Watsy. Are we talking about the same John Watsy? I'm not sure that we are. Yeah, dude, the LSV response to that was so good. I was a big fan of LSV's response. Huge fan. You want to know what deck I'd play in the CDH Pro Tour? What's the best CDH deck? Isn't it like Rogsea or something? I honestly don't know what any of the cards do, but I think it's Rogsea. Whatever that means. I don't even know what those words mean, but... I've heard discourse about that deck, so... I don't fucking know. I couldn't tell you any of the cards in it. I just know that that is a deck that exists in CDH. What the fuck is Blue Farm? Chromat does everything. It literally does do everything. You're not wrong about that. It does have 5 abilities. Alright, what's good against demons? Lantern, maybe Ral? Pierce is okay, Snare is okay, Negate's okay. I feel like my bounce spells are great against them. And some number of my shocks. Now let's do this. And do I want these counter spells? Not really. I don't think I want to be that reactive. I guess, like, the counter spells are nice against their sweepers, but I can kind of just play around their sweepers by managing my threats. Here, pick one. See EDH metagame breakdown. Okay, where's Rog C? Here it is. Rog C. Rograk, son of Raga? Rogas? Silas Ren, Seeker Adept. I think Dexter knows what he's doing. Okay, I see what we're doing. I see what's going on here. This is just Storm. Yeah, okay, sure. Yeah, I'd play this deck. It's just a Storm deck. Were people talking about, like, Hexing Squelcher in that deck or something? Bro, what is this hand? Oh. These hands aren't good. They are not good. I did win the last game at a multi-5. This one, probably less likely. They have top 16 instead of top 8. Oh, man. That's like when Yu-Gi-Oh! Recently just changed their like tournament structure. They used to cut the top 64, and now they cut the top 8. But people were like, you know, before it's like, oh, well, I made top 64, I topped the event. But obviously it's a lot easier to make top 64 than it is top 8, you know. I feel like there's the same vibe there. It's like, oh, I made top 16. Yeah, but did you really top the event, you know? Oh god, do I have to name blue with this? I think I do. I just hope I peel a red source. Yep. This is bad. This is bad. How would top 8 work in CDH? You would just have 2 pods of 4, right? Oh wait, if you had 2 pods of 4... No, you're right. Yeah, then the winner, then there would be a 1v1 in the finals. Yeah, I guess you're right. So you'd have to cut the top 16. 4 pods of 4. And then 1 final pod. Red mana! Well. It's not exactly what I asked for. It's not entirely what I was looking for, if I'm being honest. Good. We're close. We're getting there. Just you wait till I draw that red source. You are cooked. Just you wait, Mr. Duck. That's right. I'd like to get the party started. Get the party started. That's true. If I had kept that 7-card hand, I would not have had this problem. That is very true. I don't actually want to talk about CDH. I was mostly just, you know... I was mostly just messing around. I don't have any intention of playing CDH ever. It was mostly just the thought experiment of what would a CDH Pro Tour look like. I started this. Well, I can also end it. And I'd like to say that I'm officially ending it right now. Whether you like it or not, you better take one of these slick shots. Mm-hmm. That's what I thought. All right. Go. Your turn. You can't deceive my slick shots. I mean, I also can't win, but... Oh. Wait, now I can win. So stock up into land bounce spells. Is that enough? That would be enough, right? Ooh, so now just land? Oh, do they have Hex? I see, they have Hex. So they're gonna Hex when I cast stock up? Shit. Maybe they fuck up and don't cast... Well, no, they can't fuck up, right? Fuck. Yeah. They didn't blight for no reason. They should have blighted for sure. And they're at 13? 3, 5, 7, 9. I have 9 this turn. Wait, so don't I just take second burst lighting and kill them in my upkeep? Yeah. Right, I just do this. Whatever, who cares? Do this. Bounce this. It's bad if they have Deceit, though. It is bad if they have Deceit, right? Well, the order doesn't really matter that much, right? I'm just gonna do this. The order doesn't matter that much, does it? Because, like, if they animate Reef, I'm gonna have no cards in my deck regardless. Yeah, I guess even if I... Yeah, I guess even if I held up Burst Lighting, I still can't play around Deceit, right? I lose to that regardless. Hold. You better not have that Deceit. There's no way they have it. Surely not. Oh my god, do they have another Hex? No! I was really hoping they were going to get punished for not blighting the first Hex, and then they didn't. Alright, well, that's unfortunate. Because they could have blighted the first one, and they didn't for no reason. Damn. Alright, game 3, game 3. That's alright, Fudge a Duck. I got you in game 3. I got you, Mr. Fudge. We call him Senor Fudge. Keep. I believe that is lands and spells. It's a very uncommon mix. You don't always see lands with spells. Dead. It's kind of awkward. Mm-hmm. Discarding a Reef. Okay, okay, okay. Plays a Swamp. Now what? Oh god, they're gonna make a 4/4? Shit. Can I beat a 4/4? Well, I guess in that case, I'll do this. I thought they were going to make a 4/4 Otter, but I guess that does make more sense. God, is it better to pick up the Burst Lightning? The problem is if I pick up the Burst Lightning, I can't cycle this turn, and I really want to cycle. Yeah, I'm just going to do this. I think this is just better. This also is more damage this turn. Yeah, I just need the cards. And then I can start bouncing the, I can start picking up the Boomerang next turn. Man, it's a big hit. 4 damage and an Otter is big. Huge. Land next turn would be kind of nice, so I can start doing the talent loop. Land would kind of help. I'm in a spot now where I don't mind drawing lands, and I also don't mind drawing spells. It's always a pretty good place to be. Like, I'd prefer to not draw land, rather have a cantrip, but I don't mind drawing a land. Sure. -3, I'm in. You got it. I'll take a -3. I think I'm gonna cycle this. They don't have any creatures in the graveyard anyways. Oh. That's a lot of damage. So I think if they cast Demon next turn, we just win. Unless they have a kill spell now, which I guess they might have. But otherwise, we do win next turn if they cast Demon. Wow. I think they might have had a kill spell there, and they just chose not to cast it. I probably would have cast it if I were them. Because now they can't cast the Demon. Especially when they know that I have the Boomerang basics. Yep. Well, I mean, I'll just do this then. Trigger. Are they planning on blocking with Reef this turn? I'm also cool with that. How many gifted subs would it take for Doom to try out a game of Itali CDH? The answer is a lot. The answer would be a lot. That's the answer you're looking for. Yeah, 10 million. I'd probably do it for like 1,000. No, the answer is definitely not to. The answer is most certainly not to. Really? Alright, sure. Your turn. What's bad about CDH? It's not that it's bad, it's just that it's not my cup of tea, you know? I don't mind people that play CDH. If that's what you enjoy, that's fine, but it's just not something that I'm interested in, you know? What happens if you give someone more subs than they have current viewers? It gives subs to like to random followers. Yeah, somebody not watching will get a sub. Well, there's only one way to find out. There's only one way to find out what happens if you gift more subs than the streamer has viewers. Yeah, I think he just gives it to like random people, random followers. There might be like a criteria that it uses for like amount of time following or something like that, but 8, 2, 5, 7, 8. Yeah, I can do this. I guess I should have played the passage that turn, but I mean, they're just gonna die to burst lightnings, bro. I'm just gonna dome you. Uh-huh. Should do this. Nah, I should have done it while they were tapped out, but I've done that too, yeah. I've had people gift me subs to streams that I've never watched before. I I don't even know if I followed those channels. I might have gotten gift subs to channels that I don't even follow. Which is, yeah, I don't really know how it does it, but I think it might just be random. It might literally just be like completely random. They're looking kind of dead. Guess what I'm gonna do? Yeah, you figured it out. Or maybe like people that are following that haven't watched in a while, it'll like give them incentive to come back to the stream. Cecil. Yeah, I saw that deck too. I think that person goes 7. Did they go 7-3 or 6-4? But I did see that list that you're talking about, Black Strike. I think they had like Riddlers and Fulbores. Gifting subs to people with high watch time reduces ad rev. Yeah, that's true. the people who watch all the ads, those are the people that, you know what I mean? Like they already have high ad revs, so. What am I doing? I think I'm opting. I don't mind just keeping an extra threat. Let's do that. Save the burst for next turn. I'm cool with that. Nice Mace Stun Bro. Thank you for the Prime sub. I appreciate that. Thank you for that Twitch Prime. Yeah, I know. Do you think Ian Robb just took his Steel Cutter deck from the BT top 8 and just, like, literally cut the cutters and just added elusive otters? It's pretty damn close to that. Like, there's not a lot of other changes from that deck list. It's pretty funny. I mean, I would like to cast this stock up, so I guess I'll just fucking do that. Well, at least we can take a spell. That's good news. Can't. Creatures with power less than this creature's power. I'm gonna click no attacks. Oh, that's a good point. Yeah, Boomerang Basics. There were some other changes, but it is very similar to, like, the Cutter deck that he top-8'd the PT with. He didn't want to learn a new deck, yeah. Ooh. This is a good turn. Do this, and then kill the Lochmere. The Lochmere. Although, they do get to flip the Cecil this way. Maybe that was a bad play. They end up taking 8, go to 8. Yeah, whatever. When they flip Cecil, go to 6. This may have been a bad play. I kind of forgot they were going to flip Cecil. I should have thought this through, honestly. I mean, we're just going to hit a bounce spell. Dude, the Lochmere's good. I think the Lochmere's good. It's not, I'll say it's not the first time that I've seen it. I've seen it in a couple of different lists. Your turn. Plat 4 is the true pro level brewers format. I don't know if that's true. We're at 3? I mean, I think it's just better to do it this way. Like, yes, I know I could just kick Burst Lightning, but this is a forced block. And this plays around counterspells. I don't know if they could have counterspells, but... Or I don't know what type of counterspells they would have, you know what I mean? But I think doing it this way is safer. Because this plays around them having, like... I don't know, not Quench, but... The Spree one, whatever the Spree one's called. Yeah, I mean, I think Lockmare is more of a, like, a very, very matchup-specific type of card, where it's a lot better if you have a little bit more time. But it is certainly, like, when people are trying to kill you fast, it's not as good. But if you have a couple of extra turns, like, draw a couple of extra cards off of it, like, it's... I have played against it a couple of times, and it's looked impressive in the couple of times that I've played against it. Say that. I could, but I'm not going to. All right, Dimir mid-range. I would like Ral. I would like Seer. And I think that might be maybe Pyroclasm. And I would like to remove my... Actually, my shocks are pretty good. I'm going to cut my bounce spells. And then I'm going to trim a Slick Shot. Cut the Wild Rides. You just gotta play a bit of a longer game against them. Trim a cantrip. Try that. Right, yeah. But like I said, it is time sensitive. Or not time sensitive, but it's time consuming. So it's not good if you're under like very, very heavy pressure. Where can I see the deck list? You can always type !deck or to get yourself a copyable link. I believe you can also see it on the untapped overlay as well. I'm gonna keep this. Dude, I can't believe that we're already getting turtle spoilers. Although, to be fair, like 95% of, basically 95% of the set is already out, so there's not even that much left to talk about. Because the rares and mythics are what matters. Do you guys like any of the rares and mythics that are in that set? I think some of them have potential, but... yeah, I think some of them have the potential. I like the blue and red classes. I think those I like quite a bit. I don't know if that was right, but I didn't want to get, I guess they couldn't kite me that turn. That was probably stupid. The blue and red classes are nice, though. The blue ones like mill 2, draw 2, discard 2. And then the red one was like, I think chapter 2 had like a very similar effect to Monument to Endurance. So it gives you more, it gives you effectively more copies of Monument to Endurance, which is kind of cool. I think that card's going to be good in Lessons. I think you'd want to play both. Like, I don't think it's better than Monument, but I think it gives you some more redundancy, which you didn't have before. Cecil. It's an interesting draw. It's a very, very interesting draw. I could just jam Ral and make a token. It's kind of bad. I don't think I like that. What if I just pass? Let's just pass. Because they don't know that I drew Seer. Although I have to Seer the Preacher before combat, so it's kind of face up anyways. I do play against a lot of Dimir mid-range. I think this is... I don't know if there's a deck in Standard that I play against more than Dimir mid-range. We played against it 5 times in a row yesterday or something like that. Okay, well, I guess I should have cast the up for blocks. I hadn't really thought about that being a possibility, though. It's unfortunate. It doesn't really do anything, does it? Really? It sort of helps. So... do this. Shock this. I'm trying to control the battlefield. I just want to kill as many things as possible and just hopefully this Ral solos. Because I think the longer the game goes, the more advantage that I am. So I want to extend the length of the game as long as possible. I'm going to 10. We'll be going to 10. Yeah, so Ral's going to be at 5. If kill spell, I can still chump block Soulstone. Yeah, it's probably just Ral. I could also just rebuy Seer, maybe, and cast that. But I think I'd rather wait to do that till I have Ral in play. So, yeah, let's just play Ral. Defense. Defense.
Hey, see a guy in a blue hood around here? You get to be my protege today.
See a guy in a blue hood around here? Ral's kind of annoying, I'm not gonna lie. Don't hold me up. No. Gonna try and mill me? I was gonna say. Probably don't want to mill me. They're at 14. Okay. Ral's lines are kind of nice. I do appreciate that. Alright, give me some kill spells.
Embrace the local culture.
Those, unfortunately, are not kill spells. Maybe I was supposed to level talent there. What are you at now? 4? I think it's time.
I thirst for information.
Okay, well, I guess that's good news if they kill the first one. Do I need this land? What is he at? He's at 1 right now, right? So talent, he goes to 2. Play Otter. Opt, he goes to 3. This is tricky. I think it's these 2. Play talent, play Otter, hold up.
A new
Opt.
world requires new strategy.
Why did they give me a crying face? Don't cry. It'll be fine. It'll be fine, don't worry. Every little thing's gonna be alright. Yeah. I'm actually just gonna let this Ral die. Because I have the other one. I could, like, chump block and save it, but I'm cool if they want to do this. I'm A-okay with that. Mostly because I think I can almost just kill them. I'm keeping that on top. I don't even care if it's in my hand. I'm keeping that. You're at 12? 4, 8. I would have recommended blocking, but, you know. Or they could just not block. I probably would have blocked there. I don't know. Maybe they just can't win if they block, because they just lose their 3-3. But I don't know. I mean, if you figure, like, an average day of Magic, right, an average stream, I probably play 20 to, or we'll say 20 matches, right? Of those 20 matches, maybe 4 of them are against Dimir. So if you figure 4 matches against Dimir a day, stream 6 days a week, right? That's 24. Right, so let's do quick math. Ready? So 4 matches a day times 6 days a week, right? That would be 24 matches a week times 52 weeks. And then when did Dustborn come out? Was it a year and a half ago? So times 2.5. Say a little over 3,000. I think 3,000 is like a reasonable number, I would say. Oh, right, 1.5. You're right. Okay. So, well, no, because it would be right. If it was a year and a half ago, it'd be 1.5. You're right. Yeah. So 1,600 times 1.5. So we'll say in the ballpark of 2,500. Which, when you put it that way, it seems like a lot. But I think that might be like a legit number. That's true. I don't play Standard every day, so maybe it's closer to 2,000. I also didn't really start playing Standard full-time until beginning of 2025, so that last, like, 3 or 4 months after Dustborn came out before 2025, I didn't play as much. Yeah, we'll say about 2,000. I think 2,000 is a reasonable number. Which is still an obscenely high number. Like, 2,000 matches against one single deck list? It's pretty unreal. They're at 15. They have 2 cards in hand. I think we have to do this. I don't have much more time. Just have to hope they don't have a kill spell. I could have, like, opted and tried to find a removal spell there, but I think this is just better. How many matches do you think you've played against Izzet decks? Not like one particular Izzet deck, just Izzet decks in general. I think it's more than 2,000. This is bad. This is not good. I don't even know what I can hit here. Yes, I have had non-Izzet matches. I think my only way out... So if their last card's a land... Get back 1 Bloodcast, I chump block here, I take 7, I go to 2. Yeah, I mean, I have to pretend like they have nothing. I think I win if they have nothing. No, I'm still short, right? Because I can't shock. Because I'm going to be at 2. Yeah, I mean, it really started around Tarkir. Tarkir is when it, like, really, really took off. People didn't really play much Izzet before Tarkir. Okay, untap lane is good. So do this. Hold. Need to find a bounce spell, I think. That should do it. Right? This would be 5, 8. Yeah, that does it. That also would have done it, but this is the same thing. Damn. That was a tight one. That was a tight one. Whew. Very, very close game. All right. Rakdos Monumental. Is it pirates was a thing? Come on. Let's be honest with each other. Yeah, Slickshot too. It was funny how it was what's really funny to me is when Slickshot Show Off came out in OTJ and everybody thought it was the greatest thing since sliced bread. And then basically not even a couple of months later when they released Bloomborough, it like as soon as the mice package came out, Slickshot was instantly just completely unplayable because it was just so much worse than the mice cards. What are they playing again? Playing Rakdos. I don't know what's good against them. Like maybe Lantern? Some of these cards are okay. Like Snare has a couple of targets. Snare is good against like the Elf, the Bitter Triumph. I don't know. Kind of want to just run it back. I think some of these are reasonable. Pyroclasm's not good because their creatures just kind of grow out of size. Slickshot won a spotlight. I mean, it still wasn't. Yeah, but okay. Slickshot won a spotlight after Heartfire Hero got banned. I'm saying that the entire time that all the mice were legal, there was basically no reason to play Slickshot over any of the mice cards. Obviously, yes, it got better once the mice got banned, but like you barely saw Slickshot after the mice came out. Yeah, it's banned in best of 1, not best of 3. Leyline is that. Leyline that is. I mean, it's good again now, but again, that's because Heartfire Hero is banned. If all the mice were still legal, you wouldn't see people play this card. I don't think you would. Wait, why did I keep this hand? I guess because it has Slickshot. Go? Yeah, I guess go. Leyline was Duskmorn, right? So what was the trajectory? I forget. So it was OTJ, then Bloomborough. Did Duskmorn came out that same year, right? I do kind of need land 3 with this hand. Alright, kill me. Holy mucho texto! Can't seem to get on a plat 4 no matter what I play. End up running into mirror control, Izzet or mono green. I would recommend looking at some of the Pro Tour decks. Look at like the Elementals decks. Monument. I was gonna say they tapped out, but they didn't because they can make treasures. So they didn't exactly tap out. I don't think I can. I also don't think I can deal them 18 next turn. Kind of have to though. Oh, maybe now I can. Okay, I can at most cast 3 spells. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 right now. I believe I have 12. But unfortunately, 12 is not 18. So now what? I just, like, bounce their shit, maybe? I don't know, man. This is tough. I think I still have to play it. What if I bounce their Monument and bounce their Mako? And just make them spend a ton of mana next turn? Like, bounce Monument, bounce Mako, play a tap land? I think I like that. Should probably bounce the Monument first. I'd like to bounce. Discard Bitter Triumph. Ow. Wait, doesn't this line still just lose? Now that I'm realizing this, I think this line still just loses. Because they just go play Monument, discard put beta 4, attack put beta 1, and then kill me. Right. So that's bad. I don't know. Can we make them discard a card before they play Monument? I sure don't think so. Because I have to shock to do that. Yeah, there's no way I can do that. What if they just don't see it? What if they just don't see the line? I don't think they'll see it. They definitely won't see it, for sure. It's a tough line to see, to be fair. Alright, we're gonna get through. Yeah, I don't know if I had a different line. Like, I couldn't bounce all three of them. I've seen worse hands. I've definitely seen worse hands. Should probably go Island first. It's not really ever a chance I would double Burst Lightning on turn 2. I don't think so. I like them doing nothing. Oh. Well, that's good, too. Let's do that. Change of plans. Change of plans. They said, I don't give a fuck. And I respect that, you know? I really do respect that. I definitely can't kill them. Could take another Slick Shot. Yeah, right? Just take these two. Play Talent this turn. Next turn, second Slick Shot, double Burst Lightning. Gonna be a 13. This would be 1, 5, 9. I have tried the Rakdos Monument deck, yeah. We actually played that deck on Thursday, I think. Played a little bit on Thursday. I uploaded a YouTube video over the weekend with it. That's how I know you're not subscribed to the YouTube channel. Caught? It was okay. We played a little bit with it yesterday, too. List from the PT. I think I like the PT list more than the list that we played last week. The flails were a really good addition. Flail was huge. Just giving you like a free discard outlet that you can do any number of times per turn. That was big. I'm not sure I'm sold on Phoenix yet, but I do like the flails. Oh. Well. They're definitely just dead now. I probably should have bounced my... What? It just doesn't matter. They're extremely dead. Very, very dead. Yeah, this is the main playlist we listen to every day. What do you mean? This is the mainstream playlist that we listen to every single day. It's not usually like this. You just hate my music choice. You can admit it, that's fine. Yo, first name Andy. Jason remains undefeated. You're here for the music, not the gameplay? Well, you're in the right place. Because I'm also not here for the gameplay. Balemerk Starting Town. Oh, this is that whack-ass version of Elementals with Beza. Look, I like Beza as much as the next guy, but I think even I can admit Beza's kind of sus in this deck. I mean, fuck it, right? I could do the math, but I don't think they're dead, so I'll just do the math next turn. Just to recap the Izzet decks we have in Standard: Lessons, Spelementals, Blink, Prowess, Looting, and Elementals. I think you're missing Izzet Pirates. Don't be sleeping on the Pirates deck, man. They took Wild Ride. That is a choice. It's probably not a choice that I would have made. Well, I mean, I guess it does represent the most amount of damage, to be fair, but... No, I guess Wild Ride was right, yeah. It's a lot more damage than the other cards. So how much is this? 5, 10, 13, 15. Alright, you're 2. Boo, boo. They actually would have died if they didn't take the Wild Ride, so... Actually, that was a good choice. I take back what I said. That was an excellent choice. Do they have Beza? Beza would save them. Ah, I see, I see. Actually, it doesn't save them. What am I saying? It doesn't even come close to saving them. Not even close at all. Alright, so Elementals. What do we do against Elementals? You know, I'm not going to lie. I've had this experience looking at the sideboard these past couple of matches and not liking a single card in my sideboard. Maybe that just means the main deck was built perfectly. I don't want any of these. Maybe Ral. Like I don't need it. All their interaction is sorcery speed. So I don't, like, they just can't really beat a slick shot. Yeah, I guess Lantern maybe. Lantern against the Spider-Man is potentially good, but I don't even think it's worth it, you know? They don't use the graveyard that much. The sideboard could definitely be improved. I think the sideboard was mostly built for like beating up on Cub decks and Control, and there just wasn't a lot of that at the PT. I don't think they played a Hex that game. They went turn 1 nothing, turn 2 Bailmerk, turn 3 Deceit, Scam, turn 4 Spider-Man. Didn't cast Hex. What you got, Jason? Okay, they're gonna scam me. Bro got scammed. Oh, did they mill one of the Bailmerk? Okay. You think I pay attention to what they mill over? I don't. I don't at all. I don't do that. I probably should, but I don't. Okay, maybe you're right about those lanterns, because they do stop the scam stuff, too. If we go to game 3, I'll burn in the lanterns. I don't really know what I'm looking for. I guess another slick shot. I can bounce the deceit. I don't really want to. Go. I could take a couple of hits from that. Ashling rekindled, discard Bailmerk. Plays a swamp. Another Bailmerk. Kind of Vibrance. Because they already had a Vibrance. I need a good card! That's far from a good card. 18. Alright, math time. 1, 5, 9, 11, 13. The math does not work out in my favor. I don't really know what my plan is, though. I can't really convert any of my cards. Like, what do I do? Bounce Deceit? If I bounce Deceit, they just get to take another one of my cards. I don't want to do that. Alright, I guess I'm gonna wait a turn. I don't know if that's a good plan, but... Yeah, the Vibrance gains life, too. Maybe I could, like... cast the Slick Shot... bounce... I can't really bounce Deceit, because then if I bounce Deceit, they can just go... Deceit, take my bounce off, and then Vibrance the Slick Shots. That doesn't work. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe I could cast a couple of spells that turn. Wait, what? Okay. I mean, this is fine, right? Sure. Do they have another one? Yeah. Whatever. I'm just dead if they have another one. I could technically play around it by bouncing Deceit, but they don't have another one. Okay, I'm out of here. I'm out. Bounce spells kind of... I don't know. The bounce spells don't seem fantastic. Because, like, again, I don't really want to bounce their Deceit after they scam it. So maybe I just cut the bounce spells for lanterns. And then they can't really clock me if I have lantern. Yeah, let's try that. Game 3. Some of the Elementals decks actually have Torpor Orb in their sideboard. Or wait, no, that was Larson's deck. Never mind. I think Larson had Torpor Orb in his sideboard. I don't know if the Elementals decks did. It can be good at times, but the problem with Torpor Orb against the Elementals deck is they just get to play 2-mana 5/5s. So I would say that Torpor Orb is good against Elementals if your deck can beat a 2-mana 5/5. But not everybody can. Not everybody is like well equipped to beat a 2-mana 5/5. Right, yeah, the control decks can do that. Alright, well, I'm just gonna do this. I don't really know if they have sweepers. I really hope they don't, because I'm gonna be sad if they do, but... Oppo, you wouldn't happen to play the card Pyroclasm now, would you? You wouldn't do that. They would never do that. Why do we not attack for 3? Oh, I'm playing around Vibrance. Because I don't want them to kill this. Maybe I shouldn't play around Vibrance. Based. I do still need to find spells. I need a hero. That's not a spell. Spell? Technically counts. It's not a great spell, though. I think if they Spider-Man an Overlord, I'm cool with that. I'm gonna do this. Okay, well, fuck me. That's bad. I don't like this. They can just go to 5. Hold! They are truly playing the hero deck. They should have named Coward. I would have named Coward there for sure. Cowards can't block otters. That's what I've been told. Wait, they got auto-tapped, so they can't Vibrance now. I appreciate it, opponent. I appreciate it. But, yeah, they got trolled. Congratulations. You trolled yourself. It is, in fact, not an elemental hero. This one's good. I forgot people still play this deck. When's the last time you saw a case of the Uneaten Feast? It's been a while. What is it with every single lifelink opponent that I play against? They always keep one-landers. I don't know what it is with the life gain Andes. Bro, you gotta stop keeping one-landers. You gotta stop doing that. Pew 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 pew. Turn 3, by the way. Okay, good game. Game 2. Yeah, just take 18. No big deal. Average turn 2, average turn 3 for prowess. I mean, I think I like Pyroclasm. It's those wild rides, man. The wild rides get them. I kind of like all my cards. I'm just going to click done. I could board in Clasm, but just not enough mana. So close. I don't know, though. I'm on the draw. Fuck it. This has never punished me before. Literally never punished me before. I mean, you guys remember when we were playing Cori Steel Cutter, like all those one-laners you would keep with Cori Steel Cutter? It's the same thing. Had it. The message during sideboarding. I think they're like poems or something. It was added recently with the recent update. I don't know what to do. I think I'm gonna do this. I would like to offer a trade opponent. A simple trade. Do you accept my trade offer? Yeah, it's like a weird hint. They're trying to send us cryptic messages. Wait, does that mean Pioneer's coming back? Surely that's what that means, right? Don't tease me. I'm not, okay, I promise. No, the death of Pioneer is not greatly over-exaggerated because it wasn't exaggerated at all. It just kind of happened. Bro, you got too much stuff in play. I need you to have less stuff. How do I do that? You're at 18? I mean, I think a sensible person would probably just bounce the Amalia, but I don't know if you know this, but I'm not a very sensible person. Alright, let's start here. Wait, do I start here? Hold on. Yeah, let's start here. See where this takes us. Steam Vench. How about... You know what? Honestly, change of plans. I'm just gonna hope that I don't take lethal next turn. They're not gonna just kill me, are they? There's no way they're gonna kill me. There I go. They currently have 9 power in play. This is probably not enough, right? Definitely not enough. Yeah, Lord Skitter still in standard. Can you believe that? All right, good news is we get one more turn, and we can definitely kill them next turn, for sure. Killing them next turn, 100%. Well, I guess we'll go to game 3. Guess we'll go to game 3. Next turn, he says. Dude, standard decks are really fucking powerful. Jesus Christ. Like, every single one of them is just... It's like getting hit by a freight train at 200 miles an hour, you know? Like, you just have no time to breathe in any of these games. God damn, this format's fucked up. Maybe I should have just cast the Slick Shot, but it's worse if they have Seam Rip. They probably play Seam Rip. Alright, this one. This one. Wait, I meant to opt first. I should have opted first. It's not gonna, probably not gonna change my play that much, but... Okay. Alright, here you go. Turn 3, I'll attack you for 11. Your turn. At least these games were close. That's true. At least we're not facing Cori, Vivi, or Heartfire Hero. Or this town ain't big enough. Or Abuelo's Awakening. There's a lot of cards that are banned. I do need a spell. I do need at least one spell. I mean, if I don't draw a spell, they have a pretty good chance. Okay, I drew a spell. This is just lethal, right? Yes, this is just lethal. Let's see. GG! Alright. Yeah, uh-huh. Those games were close. They were really, really, really close.